Hi everyone! Today we are cleaning windows, sanding a dresser, traveling back to Utah, sharing some art tips, and then coming back to beautiful Puerto Rico. So let's go! So short story, I bought this beautiful dresser from Pottery Barn and it came with matching side tables, and I picked it out because it went with the floor, and the whole look was here about 6 months before we arrived. And when we got here, the drawers do not open correctly. I don't know if it was because of the humidity or so. For example, this will open, and then this one will, both of them will open together because they stick. And it has been, they just don't open correctly, and it's always such a problem to get in and out of these drawers. And so I decided, I went and bought a sander at Home Depot, and I am covered in sawdust, but I am sanding these drawers down drawer by drawer, and it's tricky because some of the places, like this one before, would not open, so it's come a long ways. I've laid towels down inside so it catches the sawdust as I'm sanding, but like this one is not shutting all the way, and this one, I mean, it's, so some of them I have to come from the underside, some of them on the top, and it's just a process to figure this out. Boy, when I was done with this project, as you can imagine, I had so much dust to clean up. It was everywhere. I was wiping the walls down. I had to vacuum the whole place. I mean, it was floating in the air. It was such a mess, but it was so worth it. So if you have never folded sheets over a banister, it's so satisfying because they just hang down perfectly and you're able to get this nice, flat, sharp crease, which is something I really like. But you gotta try it if you have this option. So while I was in Utah, I started painting, left it there, haven't finished it yet. But the tip that I tried for the first time was using these Staedtler Permanent Lumicolor waterproof pens. And so you can actually, so here I'm sketching out first I drew it with a pencil, and then I am going over my marks with this pen, and it's waterproof. So after I get it all sketched in, I can apply my base glaze and the pen will show through. So I will have a really good guide. But make sure when you're purchasing it, you get the watercolor one. The waterproof one. As you can see, there's a little brown mark right up above, right there. And I was using these Copic markers, which are also waterproof, but when you use them on a wood grain surface, they bleed. So I was going to sketch out my whole painting with these Copic markers and do it that way underneath the paint first. But as soon as I applied just a little bit to the wood grain, it bled. And so this other pen was a great option. And as you can see the sketch underneath just fine. And it's really gives you a good guideline as to where you're going to paint. Okay, so we've been gone for the last 4 weeks and we always keep the fans going, so we have good circulation. And holy cow, like the amount of dust in the 4 weeks on these fan blades, it's crazy. So it occurred to me after I finished dusting that it wasn't just typical dust, it was actually from all the sanding I did, and I never wiped off the fan blades after I did all the sanding on that dresser. So that is where all that dust came from, is from the sanding, not your typical dust. Thank heavens. Oh my goodness, it is so good to be back in Puerto Rico, to breathe this beautiful, clean island air, to see my friends, to go for walks on the beach, and just to have some calm Caribbean life. Thanks for joining me today.
Days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching.